channel. My name is Cassie, and this is going to be kind of a mashup of my 2026 goals and my January TBR, where we're going to be playing a new game. So that's fun, right? But I'm very behind on videos. I just haven't been mentally, like, there to do it recently. I've had a lot going on past couple of months, but it feels like December, especially the end of December, beginning of January, there was a lot going on. But I started a new job, October 17th, so I'm doing better in some cases there, in a lot of cases there, I should say. And so that's just been kind of a learning process and getting kind of settled. And then December, my husky, who's about 11 or 12 years old now, she has either become incontinent or she has a UTI. She's going to be going to the vet on Monday to figure that out. And so that's been kind of a stressor, and having, to deal with something new and having to keep certain, having to clean so much and having to get supplies. So that's been something. And then my car battery died, and I had my friend help me figure that out, but that was still kind of a 4-day process in the end of December, right around Christmas. And my mom had surgery where she had to have, I think, 2 stents put in her brain area for her arteries, I guess, that go to her brain. So that was also kind of a little stressful as well. So I just really haven't been in the headspace to do any filming or anything like that. So here we are. We're doing some filming. So goals. I think I'm going to be keeping my Goodread goals at 65 books. I think that's where I kept it. I don't think I upped it. I'm going to check now. Now I'm second guessing myself. So now I have to look so that I can find out whether or not that is the truth or a lie. No, I upped it to 70. So it was a lie. So I did read over my Goodreads goal, I think, by a couple of books. I think I read 67. And my original goal was 65. So I wanted to try to challenge myself a little bit. Just a little bit this year, so I upped it to 70. Outside of that, some other goals, I'm going to try to work more on self-care, not just of my person, but of my space, this year. I have a lot of cleaning to do, that has just kind of piled up this past year, 2 years, I want to say, since things have gotten really bad mentally for me and at my job and everything. So that's very overwhelming, and I'm gonna have to somehow deal with that soon. Self-care, for my person, try to lose weight, try to work out more, I guess. Are kind of the main things. And then another goal, I guess, is to try to do better about my channel, and being more consistent than I was. I am kind of proud of the fact that even though I dropped the ball several times this past year, I came back. I didn't just completely drop off, like stopped for like whatever, a month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever it was, and they're just like, oh well, no, there it is, we're just done, and I just don't do it again until the very beginning of the year, like I did the last time. I actually like I came back. So I am a little bit proud of that, but I do think I need to get a little bit more consistent about my videos and my postings and stuff like that. Not really sure how I'm gonna do that yet. But I'll figure it out. It's a goal, right? That's the yearly, one of my yearly goals. And then my other goal, well, two other goals I have. One is to continue writing. I want to finish the third book that I've been writing, and then I really want to be able to edit and possibly publish my first book in 2026. So we're gonna see how that goes. And the last goal that I can really think of is not buying as many books this year. My to be read, as much as I love all of my books, they make me happy. I love my books. I love sitting in this room. It makes me happy. Just being in this room just makes me happy because of the books that's in it. The possibilities of the books that are in this room. I can just pick whatever I want and I can just read it. And I love that. But my bank account doesn't like that. Not at all. The opportunity to travel doesn't like that. Being able to take vacations doesn't like that because I put all of the money that I have that doesn't go towards bills to books. So I really need to work on cutting back on my book buying. So, because I think right now, according to my handy dandy app that I have keeping track of my personal library and what I have read and what I have not read in said personal library, I have 771 unread books in my personal library. And I know that I have to put in, I haven't put in probably somewhere around 50 books. Maybe 60, somewhere around there. 50 or 60 books. So I know that that's probably closer to 800, a little over 800. So I really need to work on reading the books that I have and not buying so many books. And I kind of feel like this new game is going to kind of help with that because it comes with some rules. Well, not some rules, not really. It comes with like a point system. So I figure that I need to get a certain amount of points to be able to get a book. Okay, and so the point of every month that I need to get in order to get a new book is 400 points. And I have a point system. So if it's under 100 pages, I only get 5 points. If it's 100 to 199, it's 10 points. 200 to 299, 20 points. 300 to 399 is 30 points. 400 to 499 is 40 points. 500 to 599 is 50 points. And anything above 600 is 60 points. And then it is also, it's got some star points. So if it's only 1 star, well, I get 10 points for that. If it's 2 stars, it's 20 points. If it's 3 stars, then it's 30 points. 4 stars is 40 points. And 5 stars is 50 points. And whatever I read for the month, it has to equal 400 if I want to be able to buy a book that month. Now let's say that I had a little bit of a slump of a month and I did not read enough books to make 400 points. Well, that means that the points that I accumulated get halved and then roll over. So let's say that in January I only get 200 points. Only 100 of that is rolling over into February. I still have to read to get 300 more points in February. So it's a little bit of a punishment, but it's not so much of a punishment that it's like, oh my god, I gotta start over type situation. So if I have a slumpy month and I don't read a lot, well then I don't really need to be buying a lot of new books, do I? No, I don't. So it's kind of the point system. I'm going to show you my board. And you'll have to excuse the fact that it looks like a child do this, because yeah, I'm not the best artist when it comes to certain things. So this is my board. It's not a very big board. Not a very big board, but that's fine. So I have cards with prompts on them. So the sun prompts, which are yellow cards, they're kind of my medium, or what I consider kind of like a medium prompt. Not too hard, not too easy type situation. My moon, or the moon gets blue. Moon is easy. The angel wing, which is pink, they are hard, or harder. And then I have some clouds on the board. So my purple clouds on the board, well, they're my green. And they're kind of like a chance space. Not so much prompt, so much as like, okay, well, you're going to have to just start in the negative this month. So minus 10 points or plus 30 points. Or add a book to your TBR, or take a book away from your TBR, or free space type situation. Or there is one in here that does say that one book token. So that means that it can buy a book. Okay. But there's only 4 clouds on the board. So I may not, land on them very often, and I can't reuse in a game. So I only have the one freebie in there if I land on that cloud, and I happen to get it. But it's not, I've got a few in there, so it's not like it's going to be easy. So I'm going to roll I think I have an 8-sided die. I don't think I have a 10. So I think I have an 8-sided die. Yeah, I'm looking at my D&D die. Don't judge me. Not too harshly anyway. I think I'm gonna roll I'm gonna roll the 12. We're gonna roll the 12. The 12 is going to tell me how many books I need to read, so therefore, I need to roll that many times to hit a different little picture and get a prompt to pick out a book. So that's kind of how we're going to do this. So I'm going to roll this initially to find out how many books I'm reading in the month. And then I think I'm going to roll the 6-sided die to move around the board. Maybe. either the 6 or maybe I'll do the triangle one. I haven't decided yet. I think the 6 will be fine. So that is kind of where that is. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to be working with here. All right. I cannot see what you guys can see. I tried to make it so you could see the whole board. We're gonna mix these up a little bit here. All of my little cards, they're, yeah. Mix them all up. Okay. So now if I don't do it now, then I'm not going to. So go ahead and just knock it out. Okay. I'm using this little guy here. It's my little token. I think he's a fox. This is the start point. That's why it's a little bit darker yellow around the sun. All right, let's see how many we're going for. 6. There's a little dot there, so that's 6. All right, so let's figure this out. I don't like that. There we go. 1, 2. So we got a moon. First moon. 5-star prediction. Okay, so first roll, got us a 5-star prediction. And for this, I picked Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've heard a lot of good things about this series, but for some reason I still have not picked it up. But it's been on my TBR for like 4 years now. 5? Gosh, it's been so long. His wife taken, his people enslaved, driven by a longing for justice and the memory of lost love, Darrow will stop at nothing to bring down his enemies, even if he must become one of them to do so. Yeah, that sounds good. I like it. All right, let's do our second roll. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a sun. So, Magic School Academy. All right, second roll got us Magic School Academy. So, for that, I've picked Arcana Academy by Lyskova. I loved her Air Awakens series, so I am really hoping I'm also going to love this. I'm not going to read everything, but I'll read like, what is this? A woman who wields magic tarot cards lands herself in a false engagement with the headmaster of a mysterious academy. Interesting. I don't want to know more. So, book 2. That's what we got. Alright. 3. Another 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, we got an angel wing. High fantasy. Alright, so third roll. Got us high fantasy. So for this one, I've picked Along the Razor's Edge by Rob J. Hayes, which is the first book in the War Eternal. I've heard a lot of good things about this. So I know this is one of Cassidy's favorite series, so I really have been wanting to give it a shot, but I haven't yet. But now we are. So, no one escapes the pit. At just 15, Escara Helsini fought in the greatest war mankind has ever known. Fought and lost. There's only one place her enemies would send a sorcerer as powerful as her, the pit. A prison sunk so deep into the earth, the sun is a distant memory. Now she finds herself stripped of her magic, a young girl surrounded by thieves, murderers, and worse. In order to survive, she will need to find new allies, play the inmates against each other, and find a way out. Her enemies will soon find Iskara is not so easily broken. So, yeah, sounds good. I'm liking my choices so far. 4. 2. Oh, we got a cloud. That's nice. I like that. Well, actually, I don't know if I like that yet. We're going to find out. Minus 10 points for monthly score. No. We're already starting in the negative, guys. Okay. We're starting off strong here. We're definitely starting off strong. Minus 10 points for my monthly score, so I'm already negative 10 going into the month of January. So I have to read 410 points. Love that for me. Love it. Alright, roll 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Oh no. Okay. Alright, random. Color, number, or letter. Well, let's find out if it is a color, number, or letter. 4 doesn't help me in that case, so try again. Still a 4. Why are we still giving me 4s? I don't want a 4. I want a 3. So, letter. Alright, so random letter is what we got this time around. So, I've got a random letter picker wheel on my phone. See if I can figure out how to, well, there. What is that? F. Alright. Well, see what I can find. Okay, so it took me a minute to find something. I wanted to find something that had a word starting with F in the title. Didn't have to be the first word, just had to be a word. And not 4. Not something easy like that. It had to be something I wanted to read. And so I ended up with Autopsy of a Fairy Tale by Nicole Scarano. After an attack on the job, homicide detective Isabel Bell Emerson takes her dog and moves to the small town of Bachka in search of a less stressful life and career, but the quaint town's peace is disturbed when a local furniture designer is murdered, his body posed to look like a human chandelier. Thrust back into the fray, Belle must confront her personal demons as she investigates an impossible case, and as bodies turned into household objects start to pile up, all clues point to the reclusive millionaire who just bought the abandoned mansion at the edge of town. Eamon Stone is as dangerous as he is handsome, and Belle can't shake the feeling that there's more to his presence in Bashka than meets the eye. Something about him is familiar, and while she knows he's a threat, she can't fight his pull. Like a moth to the flame, she's drawn to the man stalking her. They're the only murder suspect they have, and Belle fears he craves her blood as much as she craves his presence. She fears he is the evil hunting this town, the beast hunting her. So it's like a forensic mystery type retelling of, I think, Beauty and the Beast. And I think there's a couple more of these. So we're going to go with this. All right. And our last roll, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, sun. Dragons! Alright, and last roll got us dragons. So, we are picking up Dragon Curse by Leafskova. So, it has dragon in it on the cover. I don't know what this is about. I know I've been waiting for it to come out for about 2 years now. And then I pre-ordered it, I want to say sometime late 2024. And it got pushed back. But anyway, what fate awaits each dragon hunter or dragon cursed? So this just came out, by the way. The moment you see a dragon is usually your last, since the dragons emerged along with the scourge that ravaged our lands and people. There's only one human city that remains standing, Vingard. But the hellfire from above is nothing compared to the threat from within, for there is no worse fate than being dragon cursed. Slowly and excruciatingly, you'll be transformed into a mindless beast who destroys everything and everyone you love. Any of us could be tainted, any of us could be lying. Any of us could be caught and killed by the authorities. And I'm terrified that I might be next. There's only one other person who might suspect my secret. He's like my shadow, following me wherever I go. Part protector, part tormentor, fully annoying. Sometimes I think I am just one of the million unfathomable secrets he keeps hidden. Because Lucan definitely knows something. And if I'm dragon cursed, death might be the only mercy I get. So, that's what we're going to go with for our last book for the month. So, what does that get me, right? What does that get us? I don't know. Let's find out. So, I had to roll for 6, and 5 of them were books. And so, this is the outcome of what I need to read in January. And we're going to see if I can do it, because I'm feeling all of these. It's just, I need to actually read them. So, that is my January goals for 2026 and my January TBR with my new TBR game. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more by me, subscribe. If you have any ideas for any prompts that you would like me to add to any of my stacks of prompts, we'll leave those down in the comments below. But otherwise, until next time, bye!